いよいよ任務よ。準備はいい？
Sounds and shadows in the shifting woods. It started with arrows.
さあ、行きましょう。
How come I have to be searching for a missing person? The base of the mountain was where we decided to meet. Miss Misaki Akane, I finally found you. What? Excuse me, who are you? I'm Kuromochi Kaito, your partner for today's mission. Oh, it's you. What a relief. I thought I came to the wrong spot, because there was no one here. You're in the wrong spot. The meeting spot was at the foot of the mountain. Was it? With a beginning like this, it's going to be a rough ride ahead of us. Well, I'm not really into doing these missions, so... What did you just say? No, my apologies. I don't care. I'm not really up for this mission either. Not that I won't do my best, but still. Do I call you Miss Kuromochi or Miss Kaito? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Then Kaito. Finally, were you guys already in the mountain? You should have been at the foot of the mountain. Did something happen? You should have been in front of the foot of the mountain. Did something happen? No, Miss Misaki was waiting at a different spot. You didn't run into any problems, right? This mountain's currently off limits. I'm sorry for messing up. Oh no, I'm not that man. Did you get hurt? I do have some information about you. It says you don't have that much experience. Am I right? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Sound art is my specialty, and I'm sensitive with sounds. Plus, I haven't been on missions for a while. I may have been a bit too excited. Oh, it's nothing. Hee hee hee. Well, we're in the forest, so we do need to be alert. But don't waste your energy with your ninja arts. I hear you tire out if you use your ninja art continuously. You can call me Akane instead of you. Oh, would you like me to call you Captain? No, you don't have to be that strict. Just call me whatever you want, as long as you don't cross the line. Alright. So long that we passed the time chatting stuff, but be a bit more punctual next time, will you? Hey, you're supposed to say no, I just arrived too. You're the one who said I need to wear a suit. Jeez, you sour as always. Well, no shit. You seem to be getting along well, just like any other day. No need to be nervous. Focus on the mission. Think of us as scarecrows, okay? Don't get into trouble being like that. Oh well, not like I care. I know you're tired coming here directly from their mission. Have you been briefed about the mission? Yep, all good. Hey, I just came back to Gosha. Okay, let me explain it to you then. There have been strange things happening in the wild grass behind Gosha's mountain nowadays. Simply put, poison was found on edible things like wild berries and mugworts. Poison? Correct, of unknown origin to be exact, but I've done enough research on it. Remember the time when Kotra Island zombies were let loose on the school grounds? Oh yeah, they were. According to the research, the cells from those zombies and the poison were similar. Zombies again? Wait, I haven't seen any zombies in Gosha Village lately though. Now that's why we've been asked to search the mountains for a possible hideout. Okay, and who are those two? All members of the task force are busy with their missions, so when I asked Chief Yamamoto to introduce me to these two. Kinda nice to meet you, Miss Sakura, Miss Emily. Nice to meet you too. Oh, I thought I recognized you from somewhere, so you are Mr. Kuramochi's kid. They used to call you before, Kei-chan. Who listens? Might as well just give up. Yes, I know, Captain Fuma. Wow, I have a feeling this mission will be fun. Seems more relaxed compared to the first time she met you. Anyway, let's look around the mountain a bit. Sakura, don't let your guard down because you don't see any zombies. Okay, come on, Kei-chan. Yes, Miss Sakura.
鋼鉄の魔女アンネローゼ行くわよ。
There's a weird looking bug. There's a weird looking bug. Where'd all that excitement go? Quit being all depressed and let's get rid of the thing. Yes, if we don't get rid of it, the mission won't end. I'll leave a few of them alive or unharmed, please. Miss Emily, your request is horrendous. I agree. Injured enemies. Nice. A shadow, multiple spikes form in the darkness. Sounds pretty scary. Fuma, just look at Kaito, look at me too. I wasn't looking at her all the time. I guess they work well with each other. This won't do. How about this one? this will do. Miss Sakura, skillful indeed. It was so difficult to control the shadow bear, so it wouldn't squish the bug flat. If it was a shadow shark, it would have shredded that thing and left nothing behind, so I guess it was good practice. As if you can do any better. Could you get me 2 or 3 more, please? It would be great if you caught them alive. Big bugs, I hate them. They're more like grotesque mutants, not bugs. Have they burrowed a hole and been multiplying? Is that why there was poison on the wild grass? Looks like these mountains will be off limits for a while. Let's report to Mrs. Sage, Chief Mota, later on. So don't come here to play. But Emily, do you know how these mutants wait and multiply? What an amazing concentration. Those mutants went crazy when they saw intruders approaching. It happens all the time. The drone will take care of the enemies, going for Emily. Protect her until she's done investigating. Yes, sir. Oh, look who's back. Weren't you bawling and saying that you hate bugs just moments ago? I was not. I was just relieved that Sakura took care of the bugs. I never said I wanted to. Still, this time we got members with too much firepower. But how about lending a hand? You can fight too? I just can't use my ninja arts. I still work out. Don't get your hopes up though. Is that all you have to show off? Keiichi Fumakun, being all motivated like this is a rare sight. Don't ruin it. What are you talking about? I'm always motivated. I've heard this before. It's an excuse for people who always have excuses but end up doing nothing. Well, I don't know, labor was never my thing. I don't think I can take any more of this. See, let's do Ingrid next.
さあ行くぞ我に続け
Phew, finally. Oops. Mela had a live caterpillar-like mutant in his hand. It was foaming green from its mouth, once riding in his hand to escape. Making this emerging caterpillar as a representation of freshness. Well, it seems pretty fresh. Whoa, you caught a live one. What took you so long? It took you 20 minutes to catch that thing, Captain. 18 minutes and 52 seconds to be exact. You were counting the time? Also, please stay far away because it stinks. Yeah, go over there, Kuma. I got this to be used as research, okay? I can't stay too far away because I have to give it this to Emily. Oh, Miss Kato, could you hold this turret instead? It's really heavy. No way. Stay please, don't show me that it's up. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Oh, come on, Emily. I got you a live specimen. Oh, that's great. It's perfect. I just can't believe Miss Emily can do all these things without batting an eye. All these things? Sometimes she just visits the demon surgeon curious about her and studies this and that. I think there's a lot of stuff to study for her prosthetics research, on those that can demonstrate the physical abilities of Asagi. That's her. I wish those prosthetics will at least be an extension of the human limits. Just as I suspected. Everyone, look here. Do we have to? What is it, Emily? Fumakun doesn't seem to be disgusted by it. It's just bugs' guts. Orcs, demons also spill guts when you cut them open. You should be used to it, you know? Orcs, bugs are different though. This is information on the mutants from Gosha and Kotra Island, and this is from the mutants that we killed a while ago. What's the difference, Fumakun? Sakura. They were both before, but this time they aren't. So there's missing one? That's right. I think they've changed the way they adapted to their habitat. So they changed, okay. Even if that's the case, to have gone through such drastic changes, even the land of Taimanin lives on, seems to be special. Impressive, you found out right away. I'm intelligent, I have a keen eye for you, know? Then why is it that they're not male? How would they multiply though? Yeah, that's a good question. Good question, actually. With this green liquid. The green liquid? The one they use to attack? Not only that, but also the blood. Anything that comes in contact with this would mutate, morph into a mutant. A living being will be able to resist mutation, but dead organisms, like little bugs, may have mutated after being killed by the mutant. Does that mean it might affect us as well? We won't know if we don't investigate, but there haven't been any reports of people in Gosha mutating, so it might not have any effects on large living beings. I just need more specimens to further investigate that matter. Larger specimens than these ones, if possible. The information said that it affected plants as well. What about that? That's probably due to these caterpillar-like mutants since they're burrowing underground. They would have secreted the fluid into the soil, and the plants would have accumulated the poison in the soil, and whatever the case, we've got to come up with a countermeasure. plants dispersed their seeds and new life will root to the ground spring next year. It could be extremely disastrous. That's not good. Do we have to spray pesticides on the entire mountain or something? Too bad that even the healthy plants might die, which could make the situation even worse. I'm joking, healthy plants? There's so many of these weird bugs and there are still healthy plants around here? Yes, actually, most of the plants are unharmed. Maybe there is an organism that sprays its poison only in spots. Which plants that will be affected easily? Does that even exist? I'm just guessing. Even these caterpillar mutants spread the poison through the soil. I doubt they can poison the plants and other animals in this entire mountain in such a short amount of time. The changes in the flora and fauna are the mysteries of life. With a long period of time, if they went through a drastic change, then it's something powerful. And if we are attacked by it, it will definitely affect us. It's possible, but it's poisonous. An antidote can be made. Make it sound so simple. Always been like that. I'm used to it. Oh well, at least we know what to do now. Yeah, we have to eradicate a poisonous specimen to retrieve the corpses and create an antidote. Go capture them alive if you can. Once they die, the cells degrade a lot quicker. Come on, you can do it. Hey, that little caterpillar was hard enough. Do you really think I can catch a large one? Aren't you forgetting someone? If it isn't the Sakia Kanekun, who crushed the caterpillars into pulp with sound art. Why'd you call me by my full name with a kun as well? This mission isn't suited for us. The least we can do is concentrate on getting rid of the enemies that are in the way. Don't count me on all that, Kaito. That was a bit cold. I can move things like chains and nets with my words. Then you should have used it in the first place. I can't use my sound art very often, and the reason I'll be able to help later on is all thanks to you guys. You cheered me on so hard. Okay, I'll be helpful from now on. Well, that's good to hear. Well, I just updated the drone so it can detect toxins. So let's go, shall we? Miss Emily is quite an amazing person. Quite. I think she's amazing, the fact that she can do anything with ease. Let's go, Miss Emily. Sure.
魔界騎士イングリッド参る。
Bugs. Come on, bug. You're pretty low level, so she's...
当然の結果だ。
Let's do Sue next. Or maybe Noah. Maybe Sue first.
いいだろう。行くぞ。
It doesn't look like anything's changed, but the venom is spreading, right? It's much less than I expected. Is that a problem? This amount of venom will barely affect humans. We might not have noticed it happening if we didn't investigate the grass and mountains. What are you talking about? It means that this is a bioweapon that contaminated the area that our enemies reside in without their residents noticing. Even if we explored further in, it doesn't look like much has changed. I agree. There are more hostile creatures now, but noticeable changes in the plants. The ones that I know about, at least, haven't changed. If Miss Emily didn't investigate, we never would have known about this happening. She's right, it doesn't feels like the soil's been contaminated behind our backs. We need to find out how severely this was affected, and how strong the effects would be if it's ingested. No one eats weeds though. No, you don't, but animals do. Bugs, for example. Bugs will eat the weeds and accumulate a poison, and birds or other birders will eat the bugs. And if humans hunt and eat these animals, I wonder what will happen. Sounds like a plot for a crappy low-budget film. Will all of humanity become zombies in the end? If we didn't find out, maybe that could have been the outcome. I really don't think it's something to laugh about. It's not. It would have been problematic if we didn't have found out. If we did, there won't be any problems. Optimistic. That's all I like about it, Emily. I've recovered more samples. Do you have any bright ideas? The area of contamination is too limited, along with the spread of the infection and the mutation severity. I'm also concerned that the changes in organisms are more noticeable than in the plants or soil. Meaning, just a speculation, but the weapon has evolved to minimize the effects in soil but maximize the mutation. Which means this is a bioweapon. It's very secretive and troublesome to deal with. If we don't stop it now, it will be impossible to deal with. Right, understood. We will need to rescue the mutated species and then send the researchers to the mountains. Excellent. My drone can't investigate anymore. I'll have to recruit more people from Gosha to help. And after that, it's okay to kill every single one of these without capturing any of them, right? Yeah, that's right. And if you find a rare specimen, bring it back alive, if you can. I might be able to obtain some useful data. Okay. Okay. You alright, Akane? Your voice cracked a little there. I just used a lot of my ninja art. I'm fine. I've got maybe 2 or 3 more attempts left. Alright. I just caused a distraction in support Sakura. Refrain from using your ninja art. So I'll take on all of the ones apart from the rare specimen. Emily and Kaito snipe them so we can get this over with. Okay, leave the rest to me. You can chill. I'm sorry, now I got in the way. No, not at all, Akane. You did the best you could. Let me do the rest. That's right, Akane. We're a team. We all have a job. Sakura and Kaito eliminate the enemies. Emily investigate. We do our best in what we're good at. Not in the way at all. Plus, you're doing way more than I am. Yes, all you did was catch that one Caterpillar. I'm also commanding. funny. Yes, Kotaro, Kun is a funny person. Why does it not sound like a compliment at all?
通人類行くぞ。これで決める。せやせやとどめだ。せいとどめだ。せや今一気かせいに攻める時でしょうね。せやこのまま続けてください。任務完了。祈祷するぞ。
Nice, commander rank up, nice. Let's do Noah for the last one.
行こうか。わかった。戦うよ。
Is that a large frog? Whoa, more disgusting creatures. Kuma, take my place at the front lines. As if you're the only one who can do this. Come on now, Sakura. Is Captain serious, or is he just messing about? I think he's just messing about, both of them? A gigantic frog, just as I thought. The mutations and organisms are most noticeable. I want to check it out, so please don't damage. If possible, like a live specimen. Thank you. Sticky, I want to smash it flat with my shadow bear right now. Be careful, we all know what it can do. I'm counting on you with the support, okay? Saved on my ninja art, so I'll take care of it. Okay, Miss Emily, I will fire a couple of warning shots. Alright, cover Sakura, and let's catch this thing alive. These frogs are wrong. There we go. Oh shit, there's a big one. You're kidding me. Let's do this. I just gotta finish it off now. There we go. Okay then, let's see who's stronger, my shadow bear or you. Shadow means bow. spirit of words. Wait, stop moving? Careful with it, don't kill it. This is it. Yeah? Looks like this area will be out of bounds for a while. Don't remind me. Oof. They found what caused the poisoning. It's like Emily suspected. Predators that ate the caterpillars or came in contact went through the mutation. The chemists in Gosha are developing an antidote. The mountains will be reopened to us within months. That's good news. That place is one of the few playgrounds. It was? My ninja art depends on my emotions, so when I'm happy being with a friend, it activates unconsciously. I can even go to karaoke instead. I come here and shout to release my stress. Wow, this is new. I'm serious, I couldn't even go on a mission after being put on probation. I had to be very careful of what I say. Oh. You were supposed to protect, right? I can't do anything about that probation period, but would you like me to talk to Miss Asagi and Chief Yamamoto to allow you to participate in missions? Could you do that for me? Yes, we could really put your spirit of words to good use, and it'll be a shame not to use it because you're on probation. I'd like you to help. I'd love to, Fuma. Nice, okay. You know you're talking like a robot right now. Oh well. What about you, Miss Kaito? Would you like to get missions from the task force? Oh, me too? Yes, I gathered you today not only to brief you on what was done after the mission, but also to ask you two to join the task force. Because we're short on members. There are skilled people like Miss Asagi and Murasaki, but most of the time they're busy with other missions. Me and Emily were deployed to this mission straight after completing one. Yes, it's not all the time, but the entire task force leaves Gosha on missions quite often. So we want to fill the task force with members who can work. We want to recruit skilled people like Kaito and Akane, of course, it's up to you. As I mentioned before, we're lacking members, all of us are busy, and you demand results. Outstanding results. Are you still up to it? Sure, I'll join. Well, your command made it easier. I don't mind joining a task force. I want to see Asagi and Murasaki in battle. Seriously, Kei-chan? Be a bit more honest, will you? I am. I'm just relieved that Mr. Fuma is a much better person than I imagined. Fuma-kun's father. He staged a mutiny before, right? No need to act still, all stiff and awkward. It's just that the Kuramochi clan side of the Igawa clan, causing a lot of casualties. I grew up listening to Granny and people close to me telling me that the current clan master Fuma is an animal. Huh? I'm just glad you're normal. That is a compliment, right? Probably. Kaito looks so chill, yet has very poor choice of words. It's not that, I just thought he was normal in terms of skills and physical abilities. What's so bad about being relieved about that? I don't think you're normal enough, though. You can't use your ninja art, your physical abilities are below average, but you're doing your best as a Taimanin. Okay, this is not a compliment. You're being complimented, be proud. How's this a compliment? Oh yeah, that's right. Exactly what I wanted to say. Right, I had a feeling you and I would click. It's a way to get along with your teammate. I hope you make friends with all the task force members. Okay, I think more people who think like me will join, so I'm looking forward to it. Don't take what they said too seriously. That's their way of complimenting other people. Yeah, where are you going? What they're saying is, Kotaro-kun is doing his best, even if he can't use ninja arts. And that's a compliment. Well, that was an interesting event. Sounds and shadows in the woods. We investigated the woods, found a mutation, and took it out. Nice.